What's up, y'all? I'm Tarot King the Prophet back with another Crown King Tarot presentation. About to do a reading real quick for Capricorn. Just because I'm a Capricorn, I want to get it out of my system. I'm about to do all 12 zodiacs. I already did Virgo. I got to do the rest of them, but I'm going to go ahead and do Capricorn while I'm waiting on everybody to vote about what sign I do next. Alright, I start every reading out with a card from the Damon Tarot deck and also from the Moonology Oracle deck. Without further ado, let's get this thing started. All right. I don't even know how to pronounce dog name. Bayrevra. That's crazy because I've been pulling cards that I've never pulled before all week. I guess it's just really time for a new forecast. The definition behind Bayrevra is beware of allowing fear to overcome logic. Focus on gaining knowledge to conquer fears instead of trying to destroy things we don't understand. Beware of allowing fear to overcome logic. Focus on gaining knowledge to conquer fears instead of trying to destroy things that we don't understand. Capricorn. All right, let's move over to this Moonology Oracle deck. We'll read that later on and see if it relates to the reading. Yes, I'm laying down in bed, chilling, hard. That's how I feel. That's the mood. That's what I'm on. We're going to see. Be bold. Make the first move. Cardinal moon. Capricorn is a cardinal sign. What a coinky dink. I always talk about logic. Capricorn is always on some logic, so it can make sense. Straight up Capricorn energy right now. Let me see. Cardinal moon. 5 is your number, Capricorn. That's the number of instability. That's the number, though. Let me see. Be bold. Make the first move, Cardinal moon. Now is the time to be bold, bossy even. Take matters into your own hands. Cardinal signs are powerful and self-starting. They're determined and great at organizing. Drawing this card strongly suggests that you're going to need to be all of those things to get your ideal resolution or position in the situation you're asking about. This card may challenge you on how strongly you really want something. If you're worrying about a situation, it is a suggestion to be less passive. Instead, take an assertive stance as you steer events where you want them to go. Speak up for what you want. If you're serious about sorting things out, you may need to take the lead in some way to step up as a leader. I fully resonate with that saying. The attuned to the moon, Capricorn, is I am taking charge of my destiny. I am taking charge of my destiny. And the teaching is, in astrology, there are 3 quadruplicities: cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Remember, we each have all 12 signs in our chart for different parts of our lives. It's just the way the astrological wheel works. These are the signs that like to get things started and which are the natural leaders. No matter when you draw this card, it's a sign that something new is starting and you quite possibly need to take the lead on it. Something new is starting. You might quite possibly need to take the lead on it. Anyway, I use the Wildwood Tarot deck. I have a little deck and I have a big deck. They're both the same deck, but the big deck I use to lay out the main general energy and then the main energy from the past, present, and the future. Then I come around to the little deck and I clarify the past, present, and future, and then come back around with the little deck and do a summary, and then one final round with the big deck to get a final message from the universe. All right. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. dropping cards, being lazy, trying to shuffle, laying down, leaning to the side. My gangster glide. Damn. Come on, cards. Need you to act right now. Need you to act right now. I'm being goofy. Chill out. Straight it up. Get real. Or whatever. We got this popping out. The 0 card, the Wanderer. That is going to be the main energy. This is about going on a trip, Capricorn. Something new beginning, something new starting up. You know, possibly something that you need all the education on. You know what I mean? Like, you have absolutely no clue of what this is, where you're going. You just know that you're headed in that direction. Perhaps, I mean, obviously it's about a brand new start. You got that number 0 right there. That is the all. Like, God has your back right now, Capricorn. Like, for real, for real. There's fulfillment. There's desire. The whole rainbow is right there. You see what I'm saying? You see this entity about to step off this cliff right here. And once again, this person does not know anything. This person does not know about flying. This person does not know about falling. You know, so when they step off that cliff, do they fall? Do they fall and hit the ground or anything? Can you fall if you've never seen anybody fall before? You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of trip that you want. Like you may be getting ready to leave some things behind, Capricorn, some things that you do know about, and move completely to a whole new world. A whole new world. I got pipes, I'm telling you. Anyway, he might be getting ready to fall into a whole new realm, a whole new world, Capricorn, going down the road. You might have experience in the road that you're going down, but you're leaving something. It's a brand new start. I kind of feel like this is like, I don't know, like you could be leaving a job, you know what I'm saying, start something new, leaving a relationship to start something new, leaving town to start something new. Either way it goes, wherever you're going with it, it's all brand new. You know what I mean? You're leaving what you know to move into what you don't know. That's not even the card that I usually emphasize that with. I usually use that with the 6 of Bows, the card of transition, but this is the Wanderer card, and this is what tarot is all about. This is really about you. It's about the Wanderer, or in regular tarot, it's the Fool. I use the Wildwood deck, so we got a Wanderer. Okay, going to the past, the present, and the future. What do we have here, Capricorn? In the past, we have the Great Bear in reverse, the card of 20. This right here, I think this is about always going after what it is that you desire. So if you hold this up right here, you are right in the position that you are right now physically, and you're looking at this cave, and you're thinking about all this fire back here is everything that you desire, and you have to run through, get past this bear, and get to that cave door. This right here, I think in the past, you already gone after what you have desired. You know what I mean? This card, this number 20 right here, is about decisions. This number 2 is about decisions, choices. But it's the 2 in reverse. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like not having any choice, not having a decision to make. You know, just doing kind of what it is that you got to do. You know what I mean? Like, you had to make that trip. You had to make that run over there. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't even. It was just an easy option for you. You see what I'm saying? But you got that 0 right there too. Once again, you got the second 0. That's the all. That's the all completely being involved in your life, Capricorn, and in this situation. You see what I'm saying? Having your back, watching over you, causing things to happen. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? I don't know at this point. When we get clarification, we'll get there. Right here in the present, Capricorn, this is about finding a bond with yourself. This is number 6 card, the Forest Lovers. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's about being in a relationship, attracting somebody or anything like that. That's not even the card of attraction. But both these entities and this tree right here can be you, aspects of you. The green is the fulfillment, the orange is the desire, and then you got this tree. Hold on, excuse me.
Shut up.
Sorry about that, dog snapping off. Okay, so this is about creating some sort of bond with yourself, to go after what it is that you desire to go after fulfillment, to get what fulfills you. This is the number 6. The number 6 is the number of building, the number of the cube. It's the number of the cube building. Seeing things from all sides. The cube faces all sides, so it's about seeing things from all sides. And once again, building some sort of foundation, or something's building up in this situation. Something's accumulating. All right, we'll get some clarification and see what this is about. Number 3, the green woman in the future. Okay, look at her. She's so full of fulfillment. Got that desire. You got a lot of orange, a lot of desire going on here, even in this picture, even in the main general energy. It's the number 3. This is about the divine, ancestors, guardian angels, things like that. Being involved, looking after you. You see what I'm saying? They may be causing situations, so on and so forth, but they're involved. They're there. You know what I mean? You have their support, whether it's in a positive or a negative way. They are there. In this picture, I would say most likely in a positive way, but I'm not 100% on that yet until we get some clarification. This pot of water is like intuition, following your gut and bringing things to a collective. Things in here are collective. You see all those symbols and everything that's going on up in there, and it's like reminds me like some sort of sigil or something like that, some sort of symbol that represents you. I don't know if I want this guy to represent me, kind of down there on the pot. I don't know if I want that guy to represent me as a Capricorn, but I don't know. I had to dig deeper to find out exactly what symbol that is, what that guy is, who that person is. But you see, this person is like full of creation. These are things that this entity has created, and then look at her. She just draped. She had a nice, beautiful gold chest plate. You know what I mean? So there's like some abundance in this picture. You see what I'm saying? There's an abundance in there, and she has like this leaf across her mouth, and it's almost like there's nothing to say. You know what I mean? This situation sort of speaks for itself. That kind of energy, something like that, something to that extent. I don't know. We'll come back and get some clarification to that. You know what I mean? I like that. When my shit speak for itself, I ain't got to speak for it. You know what I'm saying? I got the clothes to speak for me, sound on the self off, stuff like that. All right, Capricorn. So far, so good. Let's see what this is about. Possibly so far, so good. Anytime that you're starting something new, possibly to me, not anytime, but a lot of times when you start something new, it's because something bad happened in the old. You know what I mean? And that's what I don't want. But that's life. Life is life. You know what I mean? Life is going. You're gonna fall into those situations where you win some, you lose some, where you fall and you pick yourself back up, where you got to start somewhere. You got to end somewhere. You had to make those hard choices. You had to make the good choices, the right choices, so on and so forth. Life is just full of just everything, Capricorn. All right. Okay, let's see where we're going. Capricorn. All right, in the past, remember we working off this gray bear. Not really having no choice in the matter, going towards that hole. You had that 10, the wheel, another 0 in there. You have 11, the pole star, and you have the 3 of bows. Okay, 2 major arcanas accenting a major arcana in reverse. Okay, 10, the wheel. You remember I said that you kind of going. Well, I think there's a lot of mental and a lot of emotional situations kind of coming together here with this sun and this moon right here. The sun is going to be the head, the moon is going to be your heart, it's going to be your emotions. You see what I'm saying? That 10 being the number of completion, you got that 1 and that 0. You got the 1 as far as the beginning go, representing the beginning, and then you got that 0, and that's representing the all again. You see what I'm saying? The all is all in your shit. This is kind of like the Wheel of Fortune and regular tarot. Like good things coming in, good things coming your way. You see? You got these plants with the fruits of knowledge, and you're just kind of like sewing your shirt up. But I think that these good things that came in the past were just a fantasy, like something that was kind of that you was kind of just wanting. You know what I mean? Actually, I think. So this is the pole star. You got the 1 and the 7, another beginning, and the 7 and the heaven and earth coming together. I think that this is kind of like a fantasy walk, and I think this is something that you more or less. This is more of a visualization. You know what I mean? Some sort of fantasy, some sort of dream coming together for you. You know what I mean? Maybe it has that manifested into present form, something that you can actually feel and touch. I think that you're in the process of putting it together in this situation. You see what I'm saying? You know what it is that can make you complete. You know what it is that you want. You know exactly where it is in this past that you were headed to and where you're going. You see what I'm saying? It's not any question that you run and get to the mouth of this cave. There's no question at all. That's something that you just do. You don't have a choice. You're a go-getter in this situation, and that's what you're doing. In this past, you're going to get. In this past, it's like everything is coming up. You got this 3 of bows, and that's the ancestors being involved again. You're coming away from things being wild, things being everywhere. You got 2 roads that you were coming down, and you bringing those 2 roads to 1 road. You find yourself healing. You know what I mean? You come into a mind state where, regardless of what's going on back here, you're starting to feel you're starting to no longer self-isolate yourself. You kind of just like breaking out. You see, you taking a step forward. You got somebody with you, and you like waving hi to other entities or something like that. So you're kind of like leading, and all this smoke is in the background. All these wild branches and everything is in the background. Those trees, they got leaves on them, but they're just hard to tell, like how some people are. You know what I mean? To me, those leaves represent family and friends, and sometimes they just hard to tell. But all of these things are things that are behind you. You see, you got that medical snake right there. It's healing. You got on this gray robe. That's more of a neutral type situation. You may have either headed towards or came back from some sort of dark period, some kind of dark time in your life, with that gray robe being right there. You know what I mean? It's not really a vibrant color, but you wearing it, and you wearing it well in this situation. I kind of feel like in this situation, you kind of just said fuck everything, fuck everybody, and went towards what it is. Began to go towards what it is that fulfills you, and here you are, right here in this present with this bond with yourself. You see what I'm saying? This past, you may not have been there yet, but that's where it began at. You see what I'm saying? That's where the feeling began at for you, Capricorn. That's what I'm saying. Okay. In the present, yes. Remember your new journey. Okay, you got the 21, the world tree. That's the end of a cycle. You got this King of Stones in reverse, and you got the King of Arrows in reverse. Let's start this. This is the end of a cycle. You see, you got all 4 seasons. You got the labyrinth and all that there. The labyrinth is just shows that you got to figure it out. You see what I'm saying? That you had to figure it out. You had to figure out how to get here. With every ending, there's a brand new beginning. You have this number 2, choices, decisions that you're making now. 1, another beginning. 1, 2. You got 2. It's your third number 1 right here. This is about coming to the end of a cycle, to the end of a situation, you see. But what I think it is, though, Capricorn, is that you have to choose to get to the end of the cycle. You see what I'm saying? You can't. It's something you choose to go through things over and over again. There's nothing in a situation where you're being made to, where you're being caused to, or anything. The entities that surround you may cause certain situations, but you are the cause of sticking around and kind of just dealing with it. You got this King of Wolf right here. King of Wolves, King of Stones. I'm sorry, King of Stones, and it's the Wolf in reverse. It's like being done crying. You see what I'm saying? Being done howling at the moon. Crying with your emotions. You see what I'm saying? But the only thing that kind of throws me right here is this Kingfisher right here being in reverse. You know what I mean? That's like not having what it is that you want, which makes me further believe that you are leaving the situation behind. Like you're done. Like you don't want to be the leader of the pack of that situation. You want it, but you can't always have what it is that you want. You see what I'm saying? And it's crazy because in this situation, I think we're coming to the end of this journey, of this cycle. You know what I mean? I think how you come to the end of it is realizing that you can't have what you want, and as long as you chase what it is that you want in this particular situation, things kind of just like backfire for you. You see what I'm saying? And that's why instead of others, you are creating this bond with yourself to have what you desire and what actually really truthfully fulfills you. I really believe that that's what's going on here. Going into the future, remember, we got to clarify this green woman. Wow. I'll just say wow because like all the major cards are coming out telling the story of tarot. You got the Wanderer, who's the first card. You got this guy, the Shaman. That's the first person that you meet. You got the World Tree. You got, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot coming out in this. You have the Page of Vessels and also the Knight of Arrows, the Hawk. Okay. In this future, I think is when you begin your true journey. You see what I'm saying? When you find self-fulfillment, you have the energy of the green woman, the Empress. You know what I'm saying? You have that energy that where you know who you are and you are the creator. You find things that fulfill you. Fulfillment is all over your head. Desire is all over your body. Maybe the thing that's draping over your body, maybe people will begin to desire you in this situation. You see what I'm saying? You begin to be desired, and you're on this new path. You're on this new cycle right here in the future, and that is the indicator right there. The number one card, the Shaman, another indication of a beginning. The Shaman shows you how to navigate in this new field that you have encountered, that you have taken up on. I think you kind of lose yourself, but in a good way. I think you start to have fun, with this card right here, this Page of Vessels, this Otter. There's fulfillment all around you, and you kind of just like hanging out on the ledge, doing what it is that you want, Capricorn. I believe you come from a place, like I said, you came from a dark place. You see what I'm saying? And that made it hard for you to step up. I think in the future, things get a lot lighter for you. You see this hawk. This hawk should be hunting. You know what I mean? He got this tree. He's holding on to family, but he's got his back turned to it. And I think that that he is just like kind of just in a nonchalant type energy, nonchalant position, and not chasing anything, not bothering for anything, not hunting, not working, not, and I don't mean like not working like you don't have a job or anything like that, but just really just kind of just taking it easy, you know what I mean? And I think that in this new situation, Capricorn, you actually really need that. You needed that peace. You needed to take it easy and not worry about so many of the mundane things in your life. Before I summarize this, I'm going to go ahead and say that Capricorn, it's time to live. You see what I'm saying? I think you are leaving things behind in your life and running off to something brand new. No matter how it is that you feel about it, because you might feel cross about it. You might feel like you're crossing other people by removing yourself out of their lives. You being too illogical, thinking about the concerns of these people, breaking somebody's heart, or disappointing an employer or something like that, or a friend or something like that. You're worried about being a disappointment, but the person that you need to be worried about being a disappointment to is yourself, Capricorn. And in this story right here, you are becoming not an asshole or anything like that. You're not being an asshole. How are you an asshole for going to find what it is that you want, what it is that makes you better, what it is that makes you live? You see what I'm saying? But I think a lot of this is about sticking to your guns, you know what I mean, and making that hard choice, making that hard decision to move on with your life. Sometimes being happy is a hard decision to make, you know what I mean, and I think that's kind of where you find yourself at in this situation, Capricorn. You find yourself making the hard decision to be happy. Summarize the past, the present, and the future. Look what you got in the past. The same thing as the main general energy in the future. In this past, I think you began to, like I said, I think that was the fantasy of it all. You know what I mean? You began to mature and realize where it is that you are at with certain things in life. And I mean, and I mean a variation of things. I don't mean just like a person or a job or a relationship, or I don't mean that. I mean all of that shit at once. You know what I mean? You start to realize that there are things that serve your purpose and there are things that don't serve your purpose, and you are wrapping yourself up in 90% of shit that does not serve your purpose. It's you serving everything else's purpose. You see what I'm saying? It's things that you aren't doing, the things that you don't have because of the things that you are trying to do for others. You know what I mean? For to make others happy. And I think you're coming out of that energy in this past. You see what I'm saying? Like you're getting fed up. Not necessarily irritated or mad or anything like that. You're just starting to realize what it is that's good and what it is that's right for you. Coming to the present, you had this 5 of stones in reverse. Remember I said earlier your number was 5, and that's the number of instability. But right here in the present, you got this 5 in reverse. And this 5 in reverse is the number of stability. And this 5 of stones, this card of endurance, is about slowing down, taking it easy, going back into your comfort zone, not trying so hard to spark that fire for everything else and everyone else. Really just kind of just having what it is that you need. I carry heat. I don't need no fire. You know what I'm saying? But you don't have to be the start of everything right here in this present. You are a Capricorn, which means that you are a go-getter, and all you got to do is take it easy and do what it is that you need to do, things that you are comfortable with in your comfort zone. You got this 10 of stones in reverse. That's the card of home. You know what I'm saying? Building a home. And I think that's one of the things that you move away from is being stagnant, being stuck in one position. You got this 10 in reverse, and that's about being incomplete, you know. The home is incomplete. The home card is incomplete, but home is like home base. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily a house or home. It's home base in this situation. And you're uprooting from it. You know, you're getting away from it. You're getting away from home base. How much can you enjoy life if you're stuck like this? Hold on to home base. And that's your life. That's your life prior to all this, just being stuck right there holding on to home base. You know, and I think you get past all of that, Capricorn, and in this future you begin to live. In this present you're starting to live. In this present you're starting to make this bond with yourself, making an oath with yourself. You see what I'm saying? And that other entities, you start to do what it is that's right for you. And it's brand new for you, Capricorn, because it's Capricorn. You're a provider. You see what I'm saying? And that's what you want to do. You want to provide for everybody. But that's not even logic in the situation. Look at this shit here. Remember, we got it earlier in the reverse. We was talking about you not being able to have what you want. You see what I'm saying? But this is you going to get it. This is the final message from the universe. This is you going to get exactly what the fuck it is that you want. Exactly what's right for you, Capricorn. Having with exactly what it is that you want with a force too, with a oomph. You know what I mean? The most typical thing for something that to keep a Capricorn from being a Capricorn is anything but a Capricorn. If that makes sense to you. And that's what it is. people have not, situations have not, nothing has allowed you to be a Capricorn to your full potential. Because not only are you trying to provide, you're trying to provide using another person's method. You know what I mean? Using things that are okay by these other entities. You see what I'm saying? But through here, you create this bond with yourself. You become yourself. The all got you. The all has your back. The most high, you know, whatever you want to call this entity, you personally, whatever you want to call this entity, God, you know, they have your back. They are guiding you, and it's a blessing because that's way at the top of the hierarchy. You know, because you got ancestors, you got entities, you got, you know what I'm saying? You got all these other things that rank from a earth level all the way up to a more heavenly level. You see what I'm saying? So you get all the way to the top with God. You know, it's like going through employees, managers, district managers, general managers, until you get all the way up to corporate, CEOs, CFOs, all that shit, all the way till you get to the owner. You see what I'm saying? And now you're being watched by the owner. You're not being watched by the CEO or this board member, that board member, the manager, so on and so forth. You're being watched by the fucking owner. Okay? That's where you're at with it. And that's what you're being guided by in this past. That's what's waking you up to realize what it is that's going on in your life and realize that you need to start all over and begin this journey all over. Let's get back into these divination cards and see if they relate to the story. Very beautiful reading, Capricorn. Beware of allowing fear to overcome logic. What? From out gate though, right? You see what I'm saying? Because that's where you was at in this past, Capricorn. It ain't too often I read a little bit and then go back into the reading. But I think that's what it was. You know what I mean? You were scared to proceed and move forward on your own. You see what I'm saying? You just rather be what it is that you need to be for somebody else, provide for somebody else. You see what I'm saying? But it's not logical. It's not logical for you to keep moving the way another person wants you to move. When you are Capricorn, you can move flawlessly by yourself. You see what I'm saying? If a person allow you to, they can have a part in that. Beware of allowing fear to overcome logic. Focus on gaining knowledge to conquer fears instead of trying to destroy things we don't understand. I'll ride with that. Be bold, make the first move. Look at that. Getting the fuck on. Now is the time to be bold, bossy even. Take matters into your own hands. Cardinal signs are powerful and self-starting. They're determined and great at organizing. Drawing this card strongly suggests that you're going to need to be all of those things to get your ideal resolution or position in situation you're asking about. This card may challenge you on how strongly you really want something. If you're worrying about a situation, it is a suggestion to be less passive. Instead, take an assertive stance as you steer events where you want them to go. Speak up for what you want, and if you're serious about sorting things out, you may need to take the lead in some way or to step up as a leader. Be your fucking self, Capricorn. Period. Be Capricorn. Quit allowing them to be you, be anything that they want you to be, if it's outside of the scope of who you are. Okay? I'm taking charge of my destiny as the attuned to the moon. I'm taking charge of my destiny, and that's exactly what the fuck this reading is about. Take charge of your destiny, Capricorn. I love it. I definitely am going to take heed to everything that I read here. Fuck everything, fuck everybody if it does not serve my purpose. I literally just made a post on Facebook. You my friend on Facebook, you literally just saw that post, you know, about me letting everything go, including behaviors, habits, people, material things, whatever. If it don't serve my purpose, it's got to go. It's a liquidation sale up there, you know, for real. All right. Anyway, that's my message that I have for you, Capricorn. I am Tarot King the Prophet. This has been another Crown King Tarot presentation. I hope you got something out of this, man. Love, light, peace, and blessings. All right.